How's it going? It's Charles Botenston from my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that profoundly changed my life and something that's a new concept, maybe to some people. So I actually used to care what other people, and I still do to an extent, care about what other people think. And then I heard something from Jack Canfield, which changed my life. And it's amazing. It's true. Words are literally bleh. It's literally sounds. Each word is a sound. We made a sound into a language, and then we put meaning to that word. So, desk. The word desk is just it's a language, or it's a word, and we actually put a meaning to the word and everything that we say. So I'll say running. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But really, I'm just saying a word or a noise. I'm literally just saying noise. Like if an animal outside, obviously there's not many in New York City, but if I said anything to any animal, they'd be like, what is going on? Just like when dolphins communicate, we don't know what they're saying, but they're doing the sonar. So words have a meaning to them. Okay, so when someone says you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're worthless, you're even worse words. Like think of the worst word that can offend you. Just the worst, absolute worst word that can offend you, and someone says it to you, what does that mean? You know, one word can offend you, but it has no effect on me. Okay, why is that? Why do I call you, say, stupid, fat, worthless? And then someone says that to me, and I'm like, all right, whatever. But then they'll say something to me that I get offended about, and then it means nothing to you. Okay? So the word that offends you has an actual offense or an actual... Oh, why did they say that? Why does the word have a meaning? The word has a meaning because you're already a little bit insecure about what they're talking about. So in other words, so if I say you're overweight and you are overweight and you feel that your overweightness looks negatively upon you and you're insecure about it and you don't like it, then you're going to say, wow, thanks a lot. You're beep. So in other words, I just said a word. If someone said that to me, that's an area I'm very secure in. Okay? So they'll say, wow, you're obese. And that actually offends you. But the other contrast is that there can be someone that is obese, but they don't even care. They're like, okay, whatever, like I don't really care. But if you're insecure about it, then you're actually going to be offended and say, why did they call me that? What a beeping son of a gun that person was. You have to look at it on the perspective of the actual, whatever you're insecure about, the actual word. So for me, if someone said, okay, so say someone called me obese, like I'm not obese as in the actual word, the actual meaning, but even if I was and I was secure about it, I'll be like, okay, whatever, I'm proud and I'm fat. There are proud and fat people, just like there's insecure fat people. There's insecure wealthy people and there's secure wealthy people. It doesn't really matter. You might look at someone and say, wow, you're insecure. What are they insecure about? It could be their marriage, their health, their finances, their dreams were not met, their obligations to friends and family were not met, and it's bothering them. They could be insecure about whatever they want. But if you hit that insecurity, that means that word had an effect on you. So for me, I used to be offended when people called me stupid. And if you look up the word and you say, by the definition, you have a 2.9 GPA in college, which I did, and an 82 average in high school, people would be like, wow, you're kind of below average. Average is maybe 85, 86 average in high school. or maybe 88, I don't know, whatever your idea of average is. So I looked at myself and I compared myself to other people and I said, I'm stupid. And then when someone said that, because I was already insecure about being stupid, I was offended. I was offended when someone said, wow, you're an idiot. Dude, you're an idiot. And it had probably nothing to do with school, a test, or anything. They're just like, wow, I can't believe you didn't know that. You're an idiot. And I'm like, whoa, maybe I am an idiot. But because I was already insecure about being an idiot or stupid, or I didn't live up to the criteria of smart people where I compared myself to them, I was insecure. Now, because I read so much and because I've applied all of the principles, well, not all of them, but most of the principles, I've become smarter in my mind. So in other words, I can be an idiot when it comes to street smarts, which I'm not, but it comes to nuclear physicists. I can't even. So there you go. You're an idiot. You couldn't even say the word. If you're insecure about something, say your wealth, your health, your relationships with your son, your daughter, your spouse, and then someone says something about it, like you should probably get your relationship with your wife or your husband or your kids in line, and they're insecure about it, they'll attack the person that said that because they're already insecure about it. So how do you change it? What you can, there's two ways. One, which is become more secure in the area that you're insecure about. So if it's health, then, so one area for me was my intelligence, or at least was getting a grasp of how to negotiate, how to market, how to use social media, personal finances, how to build wealth, how to be successful. So I kept on reading and reading. I read a book a week. So now that was a huge insecurity. That was a huge void in my life. Now, because I read so much, I don't look at it as an insecurity anymore. Like maybe I did, but now because I took care of that, I don't anymore. So look at an area of your life that you're either insecure about or that you want to change, and first read up on it. Okay, so one of them was my intelligence. So I started reading a lot. Then I started looking at the things that I ate. And I think I first got turned on to it by Tony Robbins. He was saying, it may be common sense, but how many things in life are common sense and we don't do it? Eating broccoli over French fries. Going to the gym instead of sleeping in. Joining a volleyball team instead of saying, whatever, it costs too much, I don't have the time, I don't like volleyball. Okay, well there's sports or there's activities that you could play, that you could be active, that you can afford, that's free, like running or walking or buying a basketball or throwing the ball around. Or if you don't want to be active by running, then walk and eat healthy. There's a way to be healthy. I didn't know that. I just lived by a standard of eat whatever you want. And in my mind, I had a security, an actual security saying, your genetics will take care of it. We have a thin family. But the thing is, at one point, I noticed that if I continued on the route I was eating and drinking and not exercising, I was just going to live a bland lifestyle. But I wanted to live a vibrant, healthy, ready to go lifestyle. So I had to read up on it because it was a big insecurity in my life. So one is take control of that area, whatever it is. So right now, the area I need to take control of are two areas. So two areas I was insecure about, and now I'm secure about. And if someone makes fun of or questions, it just goes right off my back. One of them is intelligence. I'm a smart guy. I now believe that. I did not, but now because I've read so many books, I now have convinced myself I'm secure. The other was health. I didn't know about vegetables and the huge qualities and the positive effects it has on your energy, the way of life, your longevity. It helps in getting rid of toxins like alcohol and some of the meat that we eat. There's a lot of things about health. Like, I had no idea about what I put in my body. It's one area that you should be really looking up. So those are two areas that I was insecure. I looked it up, and now I'm healthy and I am intelligent. Okay, two areas that I'm insecure in right now is growing my business. Very insecure about that. That is, in my mind, I'm grappling with, should I hire people? And then when I hire them, should they be part of a team where we share? So I'm in real estate. And I own the real estate firm, but it's just me right now. And I've done very well so far, but I want to do more. I want to build a team. Am I going to do the traditional brokerage route where I mean new hires, new agents start their own business? Or should I hire and say, we all share listings, we all get a percentage of the compensation, and it's like a big family? You know, that's one huge insecurity in my mind is, what should I do? How should I grow the business? And I should really just get over it and say, listen, if the traditional route, which is build your own business, new hires, build your own business. You train them, you show them the systems, you show them how to get new clients, and then how to service the clients. And if that fails, then I can go to the other route, which is everybody shares my listings, my buyers. They're all rock stars. So that was the way I wanted to go, which was like a family kind of route where we all like each other, and it sounds like kumbaya-ish. But I noticed that's some area that was lacking in my old firms, is that you didn't get the complete security that people were on your side. You felt like they weren't actually happy for you when good things happened. And this is at the majority of firms in any industry. When you see someone in your company getting a promotion, you're like, oh, why couldn't that be me? I wish that was me. That should have been me. They've only been here for 5 years. Instead of legitimately being happy and saying, congratulations, even if it's not well-deserved, but I can go deeper into that. That's another video. So one is growing my business. Another insecurity is relationships. I'm a single guy. I'm in New York City. I'm aggressively dating. Not aggressively, but I'm actively dating. And that's one area that I really want to get under control, is my relationships and my business. You know, business is something that people passively look at, and you can't in New York City, and in life you can't, because otherwise the pathway just is paved and you have no control over it. But I have the wherewithal knowing that actually I can pave the way. I can go down the path of success, and I can actually make each step. And that's another insecurity, is that each step I'm like, should I do this? Should I not do it? And then each decision is maybe not a big decision, but I think about each decision, when in fact, I should be action-oriented. I was actually talking about this with my buddy on the way home from Boston yesterday. I said, there's two types of people. There's people like Gary Vaynerchuk, who I highly recommend you check out. Gary Vaynerchuk is a social media guru. I shouldn't put it in quotes because he is. He's a brilliant guy, and his parents came over as immigrants. He was born in the United States, but his parents were from Belarus, former Soviet Union. And he's action-oriented. He doesn't read. He just takes a path, hits his head, that doesn't work, takes another path, hits his head, takes another path, it works. Okay, we're now at the next step. I've hired 5 people. What do I need to do next? Take action. That didn't work. Take action. That did work. Okay, I'm at the next step. I now have 15 people and investors. Boom, he just keeps on doing that. Just action-oriented. Just go, bop, 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 bop. Just pushes through failures, pushes through blowouts. I'm the opposite. I need to learn, and then I take action. I feel that people, and Tony Robbins said this, success leaves clues. In other words, I read about someone that's done it. Jim Rohn, all these very successful people in their industry have already done the research and put it into a book, and then I read the book and I'm like, okay, I'll apply it. Okay, so there's two types of people, the action-oriented or the people that read about it. So for me, all my insecurities, I have to read about it. I didn't want to put that in quotes. I've been doing a lot of bunny ears. So for me, I have to read about it. I have to understand the risks and the decisions. But I actually do need to be action-oriented. That's another insecurity, is that I need to be more action-oriented. So look at your life and look at where you need to change. What are your insecurities? What are the words that make you insecure? What are the sentences that people say, or if someone said, "You're an idiot," that could affect other people. And this can go beyond anything. It could be, what a terrible decision. If you actually thought and you felt the decision to hire or the route to take your business was a dumb decision, then you'll feel insecure about it. But if you said, you know what, this is the route I'm taking, and if it works out, it works out, and someone says, dude, what a dumb decision, you're like, at least I know it was not the way I should have gone. Or at least I know the route I took was not as good as a route I could have taken. Okay, so in other words, you could look at it the positive, or you could look at it the negative. And the last one, as my phone is going off, I don't know, it's behind me, is that make sure that we're still zoomed in or focused. So you could look at an area, make it secure. The other way is to look at words that they have no effect on you. So this is what Jack Canfield talks about. A word is just noise that we turned into a language, which then we turned into meaning. Or actually, it's the other way around. You have the word, you put a meaning to it, and now it's a language. So I say the word camera. You know exactly what that is. It's noise, but it has a meaning, and now you have a visual because it's a language. You know what a camera looks like. You know what a football looks like, or a football helmet. You know what Jets looks like. It's Jets. It's a helmet, white. New York, NY. You know, green, face mask. These are noises that you put into actual meanings. Actual meanings. Actual meaning. So if I call you an idiot, that word has an effect on you if you actually felt you're an idiot, as I talked about before. Or the route you can say, which say you were insecure about it. The other route is say, you know what? They don't know me. You know what? I may be an idiot in their mind, but I don't think I am. In other words, you don't actually put validation to the insult that they said. Wow, what a terrible decision that was. You could look at it and in your mind say, all right, that's their opinion. Or someone could say, you dress like crap. If you already thought you dressed like crap, then that will have a big meaning and a big effect on you. But if you're like, that's their opinion, whatever, you know, you could have an insecurity in it, but you look at it like, all right, that's cool. That's their opinion. In other words, their words, their insults do not have any effect on you. That's more challenging because you have to literally train your brain to push the insecurity that they brought up away and say, that's their opinion. They're entitled to it. It's just words. You're literally making a word have a meaning and it affect you. That's hard, but that's what the most secure people do. Justin Bieber. I rip on Justin Bieber all the time. He doesn't care about my opinion. He looks at me and he goes, look at this schmuck. He's in New York City. He's talking to a camera. And I'm a multi-millionaire with women that throw themselves on me. I travel all over the world. I have private jets. And everybody knows my name. You know, he could think of it that way and say, listen, I had a dream and I was successful. You know, what I called him, say insults like, wow, what a prima donna, or what a sissy, or whatever. Like, the guy could be a tough guy or whatever. In his mind, if he takes my words and makes it affect him, then he's making my words my words are actually having an effect on him. Someone like Justin Bieber has been insulted many times. He's been hated and criticized hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of times. To him now, he's probably like, whatever. Have your haters come out, give me the criticism. I don't care. So you could go through life that way, which is an incredibly secure way. Or the other way, which is fix your insecurities. Look at an area that you're insecure about and fix it. All right? So there's two ways to not have words affect you. Is just say, that's their opinion. They're entitled to it. Cool. Laugh about it. Ha ha. I'm a prima donna. I'm Justin Bieber. Ha ha. Or you could say, listen, if the public thinks that I'm not a tough guy, I'm going to go out and I'm going to start boxing. I'm going to start, I don't know, being a tough guy. So look at an area of your life. I already told you my insecurities, which is the one, which is a fear of rejection, which I have to get over. Another insecurity is where to take my business in the future. I'm very successful right now as an individual. I know I have to expand and hire people. I don't know to what capacity I should hire. So I need to get over the insecurity of making a mistake. So those are my insecurities. Is your insecurity health or intelligence or whatever the case is? You know, if it is, then handle it. Handle that security. Mine was intelligence, and then I started reading a lot. I started going to seminars, live events, webinars, meeting with people, trying things out. I would read it in a book. I would try it out in a conversation. So I highly recommend you do one of two things. You take care of the insecurity, or you just look at the insult or the word and you say, listen, it's just a word that I'm making have an effect on me. That's their opinion. I don't care. So those are the two ways to get over it, and those are the two ways that I'm looking at any insults, any insecurities, any fears, doubts that I have in my life. You can follow me on Instagram. That's my favorite social media network. I say that on every video. I think this is number 4. So if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments, like the video, share it, whatever you want to do, criticize me. Whatever. I'm always open to it. And by the way, I absolutely love the camera that I have. It's a Lumix GH4. You can put it in 4K and you can have a live view. It's unbelievable. As I move my phone, you can see, look at that. It's incredible. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Hope you handle your insecurities and your doubts and your fears, because that's the only way that you're going to continue being a success.